Alright folks, welcome back. It's another Zento sales snippet. I'm with Tanya and Travis at the YMCA Warnbro Aqua Jetty. Just getting the name right, Trav.
You got it.
Today guys, we've just done a bit of training, so we're all pumped up, all excited. And I've dragged the guys in the office just to pick their brains. This centre's been around for how long, guys?
7.5 years, a little over 7.5 years now.
Fantastic. And members, how many members do we have?
Gym members, we've got a little over 2,500.
And it's probably, I mean, as we know, we do both a fair bit of travelling. One of the busiest centres that I come across, like whenever we walk into reception, there's always, thousands of people coming in, lots of user groups. So today we're talking sales and customer service, but it's a big centre, so you've got a lot of other sort of mitigating factors. Tanya, you look after the membership sales team, and sort of as the assistant manager, that's kind of part of your role. What's the biggest challenge that you face when it comes to getting membership sales in a really big centre where there's lots of other activities?
I'd say we'd be looking at consistency of service.
Yeah.
So I guess the first issue that we have to overcome is the sheer amount of information that our customer service staff need to know and need to be able to point our clients in the right direction, and then providing or following our sales scripts to a T, so that everyone that comes through the door gets that high level service and sales service, and then handing our inquiries over to our sales staff, and from there making sure that the guys follow their scripts as well.
Yeah. So we're saying earlier you've got big reception, and sometimes they do get flat out with customers, and when the inquiry comes in, it is a bit challenging for them. So how do you get the reception staff to look after inquiries effectively when they've got a queue for swim school and a queue for this and a queue for that? What's the key to doing that well?
Well, I think that it's important that having our sales guys there, and they're there to do their job. They have all the knowledge and the experience. So it's greeting our customers in a pleasant and lovely manner, making them feel welcome, and then handing that straight over to the guys that have the knowledge and the experience and know how to deal with them effectively. But the main thing is that people are made to feel welcome as soon as they come in, and that they're not a hassle, and there are a million other things going on in our centre, but the attention is focused on that person at that one time, but then it is handed over to our membership consultants. That's their job to deal with them.
That's a good point.
And I guess another key as well is our customer service staff having the tools at their disposal to be able to direct that inquiry in the right direction.
And I think it's changed since in your centre where the membership guys are now next to reception.
Yes.
Makes it a lot easier to get them across to help them out, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Now you've just employed a couple of new guys to look after the membership sales. When you do the interviews, you're looking for sales people. What are you looking for? What's the skills that you're looking for in the right people for that role?
Well, I think there's a few things. I mean, it's being a people person. Obviously, the biggest part of the role is speaking to people, having a pleasant manner, coming across well, and listening to people. So having, I guess, a broad range of skills to be able to have that knowledge as to adapting to the different personalities. There's so many different people in this world, and adapting your style to the type of person that you're dealing with. So a lot of it's listening. Listening to what their needs and their wants are, and then responding and communicating in the most effective manner. And it all does come down to communication and just having a general nice feel and a pleasant manner about them. I think is one of the biggest things.
Excellent. So what's the unique sort of selling proposition of Aqua Jetty? So you've got, in your area, you've got probably 4 or 5 other centres you compete with.
Yes.
Why would I come here and join here against other centres? What's the difference?
Well, I think for us, we're the only centre of our kind in this area. We have the pools. We also have the health club, which is a large health club with lots of brand new equipment. We have a creche. We have the sports courts, and we're a real community centre. The other health clubs in the area are really just the health club. They don't have the whole community facility. We aren't the sort of facility where everyone comes made up and comes in the best gear. It's a place for everyone. We have lots of programs for our prime movers or our over 50s. We have programs for teens. We have programs for everyone, or specific types of membership for everyone. So we do go from that whole spectrum of people that don't participate to all the way to the elite end. So it's a centre for everyone.
Excellent.
Another comment on that as well is that the way that we structure our memberships really, I guess, means that we need to provide a high level of service and look after our clientele. So,
can you explain that? Because a lot of the guys watching have the locked-in contracts, but you've chosen a different path.
So all across the YMCA throughout Australia, we don't have a lock-in contract. So particularly with our ongoing direct debit-based memberships, we have a fortnightly membership where there's no minimum contract. So that in itself means that life is a hell of a lot easier for our sales staff at the start of the process. So it's attractive to new members, people that are unsure about the gym environment. It's a little bit easier for them to get their foot in the door and to give it a go. But what that means is that at the other end, we really need to make sure that our retention procedures or the level of service that we provide for those members is as high as it can be. And ultimately, my theory is that the best retention program that we can put in place is to make sure that our members are getting their results. So if you're getting your results, you're going to be happy, you're going to stay a hell of a lot longer. So that's one of the keys. I'm not saying that we've got it 100% right, but I think that's super important.
It almost forces you to have high level of service, high level facilities, because it's so easy for someone to say thanks, but no thanks, I'm going elsewhere. So really make sure that everything you deliver has to be top shelf, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it's very courageous, guys.
It is, putting yourself on the line.
Absolutely, which is great, and I guess that's one of the unique differences with the other centres. They have to join for a period of time, whereas here it's got that absolute flexibility.
That's right.
Cool. So I've been coming here for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years now, for a back and forth. Why do you think it's important to bring in external people to train your team? What's the thinking behind that?
Well, there's no other mic from Zento.
That's right.
That was an unscripted response.
We can delete that later. Having an external consultant or a trainer come in really provides I guess a different point of view, can provide a high level of motivation for our staff, and means that if it's Tanya or myself that are constantly training our staff and mentoring and talking about different aspects of their role, we can put the blinkers on as well. So there's opportunity for that. So having an external consultant come into the centre and provide us with good constructive feedback, hey, you're doing this wrong, you can do this better, ultimately means that we value your opinion, we listen more and think, well, that's constructive, let's put that in place. So,
absolutely.
And also you see so many centres over the whole of Australia, so we don't profess to be the best, but we like to think that we are sometimes. But I mean, obviously you can bring your knowledge from what other centres are doing, and we can learn from that as well.
Absolutely. So crystal ball, guys, so we're opening a centre in this area. What do you think, not necessarily there, but in the industry, where do you think the industry is going to go? We've had sort of the box clubs, we've had the 24-hour clubs. Do you have a thought of where we're going to be in 5 years' time in this industry, or is it just the same area?
It seems to be going down the path where centres are becoming a holistic place, so it's that whole wellness. So it's there's models now where you have like your physios in the centre, and your podiatrists and your chiropractors. Chiropractics.
Yeah, chiropractics.
Yeah, so it's all in the one centre. So someone can come in. They may need to see the exercise physiologist, and then they may need to be referred up to the health club, and then they also may need to go to the hydrotherapy pool. So a lot of centres tend to be having that holistic approach.
Like a one-stop shop for...
Exactly. So you're not then saying to someone, oh, we can help you, but you sort of need to go down the road first and come back to us a little bit later, and then that. Therefore, the person may sort of go home and think, oh, it's all too hard. So, there are models out there, and that's where we're starting to go down that path, is be able to provide people with that whole pathway and really be able to help them move through that path to be able to be in a good place.
Progression-based programming through the centre. I think for a facility like ours that is a community facility, we need to focus on a family being a family centre and
Yeah,
making sure that there is something here for everyone.
Yes.
I think in general the community is becoming more and more aware of health clubs and how they operate, and I guess as a result of that, more experienced in what we offer and the business model and the sales processes. So for us, I think it's important for us to make sure that we're providing something for everyone and to try and corner that family aspect. So,
Yeah. Excellent. Well guys, thank you, great insights, and thank you for your thoughts and ideas. This has been another Zento Sales Nerd. Thanks for your time guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.